In today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, can a wedding dress be made bigger? So this would be for those who potentially went in for their final fitting and found out that this dress had maybe made them gain weight, or they just had an unexpected weight gain from the time that they purchased the dress and now it doesn't fit. So this could also be the case for if maybe you found a dress that was used at a thrift store and you actually need it to be made a little bit bigger, but you just love the style and that's the dress that you want. So the answer to that question is possibly. There are ways to make dresses bigger, but it depends on the dress. Not all dresses are going to be able to make it happen. So a few things to look for, and I'm going to use my mom's wedding dress as an example. A few things to look for to determine that is, first, unzip the dress and fold it inside out, or just at least look on the inside. And you want to look under the arm area, which, here's the arm. So look on the inside and see if there is a seam, how much seam allowance you have. So here we have about 1/2 inch to 3/4 seam allowance, and you need at least 1/4 inch to make a good sturdy seam. So this one could be taken out if needed. If you have less than that, I would probably not do it that way, just because you would risk ripping out the dress if you moved the wrong way or so forth. The other place to look is at the zipper. It's possible that they could take the zipper and move it out a little bit, and actually on this dress there is not enough seam allowance. You can see here, that's about all there is just about 1/4 inch. So that would not work. If you don't have either one of those, there are a couple of options that your seamstress could do, and that would be to put in a gusset under the arms. So right here where this seam is, under the arm, they could add a piece of fabric there that would expand this area. So it would almost be like a triangle. So it would be a piece here that would kind of make the bust bigger, and then you could, if you needed to make the waist bigger and so forth, you could take that gusset on down the side of the dress if needed. The other option is to actually, if your dress has a zipper, to actually take the zipper out and put a corset back in. And that's probably going to be one of the biggest ways that you're going to have to do it, because I'm guessing if you don't have enough seam allowance for just 1/4 inch or so, you're probably going to need more than what just putting in a gusset in is going to need. So by doing that, you could actually end up adding 5 inches to the dress. So that's probably going to be the main way that your seamstress will want to go. And that's going to cost you probably between $80 and $120 from what I could tell doing my research. So you want to keep that in mind if you're buying the dress used and you know it's going to be small, you need to keep that cost in mind. And then if you're going to have it altered after you bought it, not realizing that you were going to gain weight, then that would be the cost to expect. So one other tip that a lot of ladies have complained of when they went to their final fitting was that the dress just felt tight. Not necessarily like it was so tight, but it just was kind of an uncomfortable tight. And a lot of people have said that that tightness will eventually wear off. The dress will kind of stretch out as you're wearing it. Also that you're just not used to wearing that tight of a bodice. So as you keep wearing it, you'll get used to it and so forth. So that's my answer to, can a wedding dress get bigger? Possibly. You need to look at your dress and see how it's made. If you don't have the seam allowance, just go to your seamstress and she will either put a gusset or a corset back in. So don't have to stress over it. There's ways to get around it. So I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next video.